Started at San Jose State as a player. Before that, prior in high school, I had an opportunity. I had a college coach come back to high school and kind of give me the first taste of advanced football, I think you'd like to say. And so from there to San Jose State for my playing career, and from San Jose State quickly to Prairie View A&M as a coordinator, the first gig there, and I really enjoyed that. That was a very fruitful experience. There for a year, then back to San Jose State with Dick Tomey, who's coming from Texas, and was there, ended up being coordinator there for quite a few years, and then to Wyoming, and from there to Cal for a few years, Southern Miss, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Oklahoma State. Through that path, I think that I've taken some time personally and collectively with understanding the landscape of this coaching profession. I took some time to meet as many people as I could and go visit and see a lot of people. And I think throughout that process, one individual I met that you asked what brought me to Oklahoma State, I think one person that I invested a lot of time with as a friend and a colleague is Todd Monken. We've been friends for about 5 years, and so I think vicariously I've lived through some of the Oklahoma State stories and some of the things they've done here, and Coach Gundy and the experiences he's had and success he's had, let alone the fact that that was really a path for me to talk football and continue my career schematically, let alone the friendships that you get in this environment. Well, building on that, you know, not enough to be dangerous. As a young coach, you find out about certain places, and Oklahoma State has stood out for the last, I think when my relationship started, right before I met Todd, I started following football, and if you find out what your philosophy wants to be, what you want to be, what your mindset wants to be, you begin to watch how people do different things, and I started paying attention to Oklahoma State probably around the same time I met Todd about 5 years ago, and really seeing what they're doing and asking a lot of questions, and then again, just learning. You hear coaches tell stories about places and people and players and experiences, and there was a lot of really good things, and a lot of things that I stored for, you know, fortunately a later time, and came to fruition. It's better than what I had thought it'd be, and I had very high regard for it prior to coming here, and that's both within the football program, within the athletic department, and within the community. I think you know, that's as important as anything else. It's a great place. It's a great place to be. I think it's a great place to be for your family. I think it's a great place to be for young people. I think it's a great place to be for a football player. And I think the success they've had here that's part of a bigger setting. Really, it's all those things come to play. I've done this long enough now to know that all those things are effective ways to be successful in a football program, and it's a great place. I'm really excited to be here. When Coach Gundy called, I was really excited to take the call. I had a couple different calls on the line, and that one was one that when you get it, you get really excited about, and so really happy to be here. I got a lot of energy. You know, I got a lot of energy. I ask a lot. I have high expectations for my guys. I think I'm a believer that, first of all, adding an energy to it, and I'm a pretty optimistic person. I think it's a force multiplier in a lot of ways. I think you can get a lot out of people in that regard. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy the detail. I enjoy the engagement. I enjoy giving feedback. I think that's the tools that I think allow for the most growth in each player that I get in my room. And but I'm an energetic, upbeat, probably a little bit loud at times. I like to have fun. I like to you know, keep it loose, keep them engaged, keep meetings upbeat. That's what worked for me as a player. That's what I've seen work. That's what I believe in and had success with. And so far, my guys have the running backs here have been receptive to that. Really, probably, I mean, there's some finer point. There's a lot of finer points to what we're doing right now. I think your emphasis has to be when in the season you're at. And if you're in spring ball, it's a little bit different emphasis. If you're in fall camp, a little different emphasis. If you're in week 1 to week 12, it's a little different emphasis. So I think holistically, really, the emphasis in our room goes probably more as a team. You know, being accountable to our team, having a good attitude, making no excuses. Our core values as a team are the most important things in our room, because that's team first. We have an attitude in our room that's tough and physical, and then we make no excuses. And so those are the 3 things, really. The core values, having a great attitude, and making no excuses are probably the 3 most important parts that if my guys walked out and you asked them that question, I hope that they'd say.